The morning sky glowed faintly as Mira stood on the roof of her apartment building. She gazed down at the bustling city, her brown eyes scanning the streets below. She was always quiet. Words felt unnecessary when the world spoke so loudly. Her hand twitched. A faint warmth spread through her fingers. She glanced down, startled, as a soft golden glow pulsed from her palm. She flexed her hand, and the glow vanished. Confused, she shook her head and reached for her backpack resting on the ledge. It moved, not an inch or two, but across the rooftop, flying straight into her grasp. Mira froze. Her heart hammered as she turned her hand over, inspecting it. The air felt charged, alive, buzzing against her skin. Her breaths quickened, but she didn't make a sound. On the way to school, the city seemed sharper, clearer. She could feel the rumble of distant cars, the flutter of a bird's wings, the heartbeat of life all around her. At a busy crosswalk, a boy broke free from his mother's grasp, chasing a ball into the street. Mira reacted instinctively. Her hand shot up, and time seemed to slow. The boy stopped mid-step, floating inches above the ground. The ball rolled to a stop beside him. Mira didn't move, her chest rising and falling as she strained to hold him there. With a flick of her fingers, she brought the boy safely back to the sidewalk. The crowd erupted in gasps and murmurs, their voices a dull roar to her heightened senses. Mira lowered her hand, the tingling in her fingers fading. She looked around at the wide-eyed faces, her hood shadowing her expression. Without waiting, she turned and slipped into an alley, her pulse pounding in her ears. She leaned against the wall, taking a deep breath. For a moment, she stared at her hand, the faint glow still lingering beneath her skin. Her lips pressed into a thin line. Questions churned in her mind, but she stayed silent. Whatever this power was, it had awakened, and she knew there was no going back.
Late nights with a glowing hand,